Right, so for today's video, we have the return of someone that we spoke about, I want to say like maybe a year or two ago at this point, and it's Ariel De Jesus, a tattoo artist on TikTok with about 600,000 followers. If you have ever heard of Ariel De Jesus before, seen someone speak about them in a video, you can probably guess what this video is about, and to you, I will just say, it's happened again. Now, if you haven't heard of Ariel before, let me actually add some context to this and give you a bit of a recap. So Ariel is a TikToker and a tattoo artist, right? And has a niche in her content and her job as a tattoo artist that a lot of people have strong opinions about. And it's these $160 blindfolded tattoos. Now, luckily, when I say blindfolded tattoos, I don't mean that Ariel is blindfolded giving someone a tattoo, although there's been a number of jokes about that previously. But it's actually the client who is blindfolded and usually comes in to get a tattoo covered up that they no longer like, and they're going to be blindfolded. They don't know what the tattoo's going to look like. They don't really know what it's going to be. They might give a few pointers here and there of like, I want like a fantasy type tattoo. But ultimately, they don't know what it is until it's finished and they take the blindfold off. And like I said, this is a big part of Ariel's content. She makes plenty of videos talking about it, like this one that was only posted a couple of days ago.
What's up, you guys? It's Ariel De Jesus, your blindfold tattoo artist. And today, I am doing a $160 blindfold cover-up. It is a $160 blindfold cover-up.
Now, also, a big thing to note here that Ariel mentions a lot when she does her tattoos is that she works incredibly fast. Like, she can do a full sleeve in an hour. So I guess that's the appeal for the clients, right? They only have to sit there for an hour. It's very cheap for a tattoo, right? $160 no matter what size the tattoo is. And clearly, Ariel is very popular, right? Because she posts these videos a lot, very frequently. She gets a lot of clients, clearly. Now, over the years, there have been a lot of people who have criticized Ariel's work. Like, a lot of videos went viral talking about this. There's this video of example that says, expectations versus reality. Don't go to Ariel De Jesus in FT worth. I'm not sure what that is. But either way, this person shows what they were expecting the tattoo to look like, which is this right here. I guess, I think they've got someone to like draw it on, like what they were kind of expecting it to look like, what they were actually after. Now, also let me say, obviously, usually at this point, I'll show like the person's like TikTok account. They've deleted the TikTok account, so I can't. This is actually one that someone has stitched. It says tattoo artist reacts, right? So it's a tattoo artist reacting to this. But either way, this tattoo was the expectation, and what was actually tattooed looks more like this, which, yeah, I think it's fair to say it doesn't look great. There's also videos like this one from a TikToker called Joanne Marie, who looks at one of the tattoos that Ariel De Jesus has recently done, and kind of is like pointing out the lines. Like, if you look at this tattoo right here, you can see like the lines overlap, it's not symmetrical. I mean, it just looks a bit messy, especially like the closer you look at the lines. I think the tattoo that went the most viral was the Wednesday tattoo, so here's obviously what the Wednesday tattoo is supposed to look like, and this is like the inspiration picture, and this is what it actually came out as. And yeah, if you look at the hand and stuff, it doesn't look great. I think that's fair to say. But it isn't just the tattoos themselves that have been criticized over the years. If you remember, I did a previous video kind of like talking about Ariel De Jesus and what a lot of people had a problem with. And there was a few different things. Like, for example, Ariel got her 11-year-old daughter to tattoo somebody. This is a screenshot of it right here. And yeah, I still feel like that would be very much illegal in 99% of places. Also, Ariel has been previously criticized for like her tattoo hygiene, I guess, because she wouldn't use like saran wrap on the armrest when someone's getting a tattoo, which, I mean, if you have never got a tattoo before, is a very common practice, right? You would expect to see that the armrest is saran wrapped. I mean, at the end of the day, a tattoo is repeatedly sticking a needle into somebody, right? So it needs to be hygienic. There's a lot of stuff that could go wrong if you don't do it properly. And the fact that the armrest wasn't saran wrapped, a lot of people had a problem with, and Ariel actually responded to this.
And then second off, you know, I would go through so much saran wrap if I wrap my table every single time. I do so many tattoos in a day that would be just ridiculous and unnecessary. Completely unnecessary.
Yes, as you just heard, Ariel's excuse for not using saran wrap is the fact that she would go through so much saran wrap because she tattoos so often, which, yeah, as you can imagine, that excuse didn't exactly go over well for the majority of people. But enough of the recap, let's actually get into what has happened recently and why this situation has went viral again. So, over on Ariel De Jesus' TikTok account, she has been posting very similar videos doing these $160 blindfolded tattoos and whatnot, and one in particular has went a lot bigger than the others. And it's this video right here. As you can see, it's on 8.5 million views, and we can actually see what the person's original tattoo looks like. We'll get into that in just a second. But not only has this video went incredibly viral, right? 8.5 million views. It has got quite a lot of backlash, you know, a lot of people voicing their opinions. But either way, let's actually take a look at the video itself and see what tattoo cover-up has been done.
No more faith over fear, or you just don't like the way it looks?
I just don't like the way it looks. You know how over time things change?
Yeah.
I said, this is still a belief, of course. I think I'm going to get it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, you said hands to the side.
Yeah, just to make sure that the posture.
Okay, so straight away we hear that she wants this faith over fear tattoo like covered up. She actually still wants this tattoo, just like a different part of her body, and she wants this one on her neck specifically covered up. Now again, this is one of them blindfolded tattoos, right? So from what I can tell, this client doesn't know what they are getting.
We're done.
Okay, right. So that's the tattoo. Now, I'll be honest, I would love to know more context as to what this client actually asked for, right? Because if they actually wanted this bright, vibrant cupcake tattooed on their neck like that, then fair enough. Obviously, you can do whatever you want. But from what we can tell with these blindfolded tattoos and the fact that the client doesn't know what they're going to get, it's a bold choice. I mean, for a number of reasons, right? It's very big, it's very bright, it's going to be very noticeable, it's in a very noticeable place on the body, right? Your neck, which is very rarely covered up. And the fact that these tattoos do get done like very quick, so like you look at the lines around here, they don't look like the neatest in the world. I mean, even this like star up here, you can see like a bit of like the black kind of like is thicker, this part of it, like, you know, I mean, look, you can see what we're talking about here, can't you? It's a very bold choice. Now, we do actually get to see the reaction of the client when they see this tattoo, and it's very quick, right? It's edited down, it's chopped as soon as, like, she kind of reacts. But you get to see a bit of the reaction, and a lot of people have took this as the client was very disappointed.
All right, girlfriend, go ahead, check it out right there. Click the little button down there.
Right
yep,
here?
button down there.
Right
yep.
here?
Mm-hmm. Let's see what I went with.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that's the whole reaction, right? She just says, oh my God, which again, we can't really take too much from it, right? Who knows what the reaction was like? But a lot of people have took that, oh my God, as in like a, oh my God, what is that? We do get to see like another angle of this at the end of the video. It's very big, isn't it? I think that's fair to say. Now, either way, let's take a look at the comments, because like I said, there's a lot of opinions on this tattoo in particular. So the top comment here with 87,000 likes says she's literally crying. There's another comment here with 30,000 likes that says show her whole reaction, not just the instant mortification. Another comment here with 67,000 likes that says you gotta actually be kidding me. What did you do to her? Another comment with 40,000 likes saying her wiping her tears. Oh no, mamas, what did you do? And then just more very similar comments, right? Like this one saying, mind you, I can still see the previous tattoo. Laser is going to be so expensive for that. Oh my God, I'm actually so sad for her. This is the worst one yet. And then finally, this comment with 116,000 likes that says, that tattoo already looks 5 years old. Now, because this situation has got so big, as you can imagine, it's not only in the comment section where people are voicing their opinions. A lot of people have also been making videos. Like, I found a video here from a TikToker called Fury Lee, who has uploaded a video on this. As you can see, it's got 1.1 million views. Which, by the way, Fury Lee's video has been re-uploaded like a ridiculous amount. I originally saw her video like re-uploaded from a different account that's got 4.5 million views right now. Which in itself is quite crazy that it's got 4 times the amount of views as the original, and the original is already pretty viral, right? But of course, we are going to watch the original video here. So this is what Fury Lee had to say, and specifically is talking about what she would do if this happened to her.
And when I tell you, if it was me, I would have crashed out like Jesus in the temple. I'd have been flipping over tattoo tables, busting mirrors, breaking tattoo guns, and busting open tattoo paint. Like, they would have had to call the police on me because I would have did damage, because the first thing in my mind would have been like, you think I'm a joke? You think I'm a joke? You got this 35 plus lady walking around with this god awful cupcake tattoo on the side of her neck. When I tell you, I would have broken down and cried. And it's not even like you can be mad at Ariel, because at the end of the day, people are paying for this and it's your responsibility to research tattoo artists. But I would have been so pissed off at her if I was this woman, because I'd have been like, you think I'm a joke? Because you really think I should walk around with this ugly ass tattoo on the side of my neck?
Yeah, I mean, look, right, each their own, right? People are gonna like and dislike their own things, right? People will like this tattoo, people will dislike this tattoo, as we've seen a lot of here. All I do know is, for me, I would be pretty pissed too. I mean, realistically, I would never actually go in for a blindfolded tattoo. That sounds like a crazy thing, especially on your neck. Like, that's a very different commitment. Now, there's also been a lot of responses from tattoo artists as well, right? So we got an account here called Jammy Dodged, 2 million followers, and this is like a TikToker slash tattoo artist who gives his thoughts.
Y'all don't need to tag me in it. I've already seen it. Ariel De Jesus fucking Christ, please stop tattooing. Strikes at it again. Again, for those who are not in the know of who Ariel De Jesus is.
Okay, right, so then he goes on to give like a bit of a recap of who Ariel is and these $160 tattoos and whatnot, and then goes on to react further of the tattoo itself.
So one of our clients came in and had this faith over fear tattoo on their neck and wanted it covered. Now, this tattoo already is going to be like quite tricky to cover. It's on the neck, it's quite bold, it's dark. Like, covering this is going to be quite difficult. So, like, I personally wouldn't have even taken this on because, like, yes, you could do it. But again, it would have to be super, super dark or, like, something massive to cover it.
Yeah, that's actually something I've heard a lot of people mentioning. Like, a lot of tattoo artists reacting to this tattoo specifically and saying, I personally wouldn't have even tried to cover that tattoo up because it's going to be very difficult with the fact that the original tattoo is so bold and dark.
Also, you can still see the script behind the cupcake. Again, this is why I would suggest this person to maybe even get laser, or I just wouldn't take this project on because it'd be so difficult to cover. And yes, she did cover over the tattoo, but she covered it with a worse tattoo in my opinion, and you can still see the tattoo coming through. Cover-ups are meant to cover up the tattoo, you're not meant to see behind, okay? You can still see it. And that technique, man, look at those lines. Oh, the shading, everything, like, why a cupcake?
I think that's actually like the biggest question a lot of people are asking, right? Is why the cupcake? It just seems like a very, again, a bold choice. So far we've read the comments. We've seen people reacting to it, just kind of like giving their opinions of what would happen if like that happened to them. We've also seen tattoo artists reacting to it. There's also been a lot of parodies of the clients specifically who would get a tattoo from Ariel De Jesus and the way kind of Ariel edits around the reactions. So there's this video in particular from I Feel Pretty Weird, and this is a video doing a parody. Okay, so it's got a Morgan Wallen song in the background, which is definitely copyrighted, so I'm going to speak over it, but this is the video, a parody of how Ariel edits around the reactions, the zoom-ins and whatnot. And yeah, I think it's fair to say we've seen a few videos at this point where the clients don't look overly impressed, but who knows, that might just be the editing. And in fact, if we actually look at the comments in this video, there is a comment here with 100,000 likes that says, the cupcake one. The woman was literally wiping her tears in the background. And I was a bit confused when I read that actually, because I was like, oh, wait, is that a joke or was she actually? I think the reference in the fact that in the video here, if I just kind of skim through it very slowly, you can see her lift her glasses up, and people have took that as she's lifted her glass up to wipe her tears. I would like to think that's not the case, right? I would like to think that she's not wiping tears away because she doesn't like the tattoo and Ariel's just sat there with a fucking iPhone like videoing it. Now, honestly, Ariel probably is the most well-known tattoo artist on TikTok, it feels like, right? And for the most case, it does seem to be for like the wrong reasons in the sense that like a lot of the opinions are negative. I'm sure there's plenty of people who like Ariel's work. But one thing I will say is the fact that this is such a big thing, right? Ariel is very well known, and again, maybe not for the best reasons. It really doesn't seem to affect her business all that much because she has clients all the time. She's posting videos all the time. And I guess the fact that the work is so cheap, it's done so quickly, that might seem very like tempting to a lot of people, right? It's $160, get a tattoo covered up. But yeah, like I mentioned, like it really doesn't seem to be affecting Ariel. If anything, it seems to be helping. But either way, I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below on the tattoo itself and just this whole situation. What are your opinions on everything that we spoke about in today's video? If you did enjoy, please do have a like down below, subscribe if you are new, and until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, goodbye.